Niger, police warn against Ekiti rally. Lagos, Ogun, roll out relief. Atop the newspaper, Tinubu appoints new AMCON CEO. Agency gets 13 directors. PHCN Novelty March. Ekpo Agali urge fans to watch beautiful football. That's a nice one. Edo Igodalo emerges PDP candidate. Shuaibu wins parallel primary. You find that on page 14. And then beneath the newspaper, you find military, police, NEMA conduct search, rescue drill in rivers. Federal government plans cooking gas export ban to crash prices. Well, this is all we'll be able to take today on the newspaper review. We'll go on a break right now. We'll go on a quick break, and when I come back, it will be time for hashtag and trends, and let us know what's happening in the country. And I mean, some things are happening, some things that should not be happening are happening. People are saying things that they should not say. But all of this we will look at, and then after the timeout. So do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
School of Thoughts believe the major challenges confronting Nigeria as a nation is caused by poor leadership. How true is this? You and I can actually put government into tools to deliver the dividends of democracy. Join us every Saturday by 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let us look at the issues confronting us as a nation. Together we talk heads. Nigeria can be great again. I'm Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. Keep it date.
What up, guys? How's your day going? How are you doing this? I want to believe that you're having fun, right? This bright and sunny day. You know that once you see this duo on your TV screen, we're here to serve you some entertainment.
And of course, entertaining gist coupled with good music won't hurt anybody, right? So here on Super Lunch, we get to entertain you, educate you on recent happenings in the world of entertainment. I am your girl, Eva Grace.
And I am Shegun Denola Adeyemi, the Duke of your airwaves. You know how it is. We serve you good entertainment Mondays all through to Fridays. And that's how we do. We'll take you on a smooth ride of entertainment. So don't go nowhere. Join us every Mondays to Fridays. We love you guys.
There's no place for pretense. I can't watch you stand there. Oh no.
Ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Yusuf Mọ́rúnsọ́lá ní orúkọ ti tèmi Funky ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ̀ tó gbásìkì tó dùn tó kí tó yí gbogbo. Ẹ pàdé mi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursday 8:30 to 9:30 àti gbogbo ọjọ́ Saturday 1 to 2 fún ètò tó ga jù. Ẹ má miss ẹ̀, ó ga jù lẹ́tò. Ẹ pàdé mi, ó ṣàfàfà.
Lẹ́nu ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu ó dùn lẹ́nu. Tell me what I cannot do.
Welcome to Naija Plus. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no. Wetin be your plan for your country, and wetin you sef want make your country do for you. You need to give something before you take something. Now the only way matter fit balance. No be say fowl no plan to fly you, but the power no carry am. As matter dey shele for inside Naija, make you sef chook your mouth, make we build our country. No be every time we go talk things bad. Come out for that corner before mosquito bite your tortoise. Oya, e get as e happen for your area and you want make plenty eye see am, make you hear am, make you for reach authority. You get video of the scene? Send am sharp sharp. Before I forget, now top super screen with dey and my name na Mr. Peace, that MC with a biggie swag. Naija na for everybody. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no.
attitude.
I am Salahuddin.
Demand excitement. Demand action.
All right, guys, welcome back. It is still U45 morning show. We're right around now. Joel Nwakego has joined me in the studio. Welcome, Joel.
Good morning, Shogun. We're always looking beautiful. It's a bright day. It's a Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday.
What are we talking about?
All right, so now it's time for hashtag and trends, and the first one I would like us to look at is that of Alex Otti. Governor Alex Otti trends as he gets applauded as Aba is set to become the first city in Nigeria to have 24/7 power supply.
Wow. When you say 24/7, how do you mean, like 24 hours?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Light is not going to blink, even if it blinks maybe for some seconds or for some minutes.
It's not going to blink. So, okay, fine. It's not like they have that now. They're talking about the future.
No. In February, it's going to happen either February or latest March.
That would be nice, though. That would be nice because, but I think we're supposed to have gone past that, that route, talking about power in the country, if things are properly, in the right places. Power shouldn't be what we should be celebrating. This is the 21st century and all that. It's just that we shy about a lot of things, and corruption really eating deep in us. We just look at some basic things as, luxury. They are supposed to be necessity.
You're right about that, because even in Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, all these people, 24 hours electricity has become a norm.
Exactly.
And we're the ones supplying them. It's become a norm. But this is a good one. So at least people in Aba now can boldly say yes.
Yeah,
we have steady power supply. And then the businesses in Aba will thrive with this one because they don't have to go and be buying fuel
Yeah,
at the rate
right.
of 700 naira per liter.
That means the sale of generator will be, all-time low.
Yes, and I just hope that all these people manufacturing generators can channel this energy into manufacturing vehicles so that we can have light, because the more they keep manufacturing generators, we cannot have light in Nigeria. They will sabotage everything.
Let us improve on the ones we have, try to do more research and innovations and all that. Now talking about power also, now like in the Western world, a lot of the countries in the Western world, power sustains a lot of people, their life. Some people are like robots moving, machine, and when there's no power, they don't function. Not just on that aspect of life. Now a lot of companies, especially jewelry stores and all that.
Yeah.
Power enables their system, their burglary system. Because when thieves come to rob, how does alarm work? So when there's power failure, you find out the company loses a lot of money because people will come and sue them and all that. So you pay your bills.
I mean, that's why things are very expensive in Nigeria, because your telecommunication company cannot use electricity provided by the
solar.
So they have to do. I mean, solar cannot really do anything. You need generator, diesel, and then by the time they calculate the cost of maintenance, the cost of purchase of diesel, they will include that in the products they are selling to you, in the services they are rendering to you. So it's going to be expensive. All right, away from that now to the big one. Idris Abdulkarim. So he went on this show, on this podcast, and then he said a lot of things, and now people are saying that Nedu might be the one to destroy or scatter this entertainment industry. Okay, so Idris Abdulkarim was at the podcast, and then he mentioned so many things, and then so that was Nedu that did that. So Daddy Freeze now picked it up and then called on Benga Awe, one of their former manager then, and then Tony Techula. And prior to that, I already done one with Eddie Montana. So Tony Techula said, and I quote, he said, Idris connived with Eddie Montana and kicked me out of the Remedies group, despite the fact that it was my mother who brought the money that was used to sponsor the group in the beginning.
Wow.
He said, I was so heartbroken and shattered. Then he went further to say, it was Daddy Shoki who encouraged me and told me that I could do it alone. Then he said, Blackface was another person who helped me. He brought me close and taught me how I could write my own songs.
Wow.
Blackface is a very great guy. I'll never forget the role he played in my career. It's the same Idris that is coming out to lie that he made sacrifices for the industry. That's according to Tony Techula.
Wow, this is serious. Now, we're saying the truth here, but when you have about 2-3 people saying the same thing, there's an element of truth in it.
Yes.
Now, after Idris, after he fell ill and had his whole surgery, kidney transplant and all that, he went kind of silent. Now the question is, do you still want to do music? That's the big question. You don't want to do music, but you're coming out to just,
no. People. He said he's going to respond to Burna Boy through music.
But we've not seen that happen.
No, you just said that.
You need to understand a lot of things, a lot of what are passed under the bridge. This is a new school, and a lot of these guys, if you decide to go into music now, it's a big competition because you have a lot of upcomers that are better right now. Now you don't expect to go sit down and start listening to a lot of the what's it called right now? Old is it's my decision, but what we're talking about in terms of commercialization right now, I don't think Idris has what it takes. So he wants to make himself relevant by saying a lot of these things, but right now it's as if
the problem is, can he keep up with the tune? Now sound has changed.
A lot of things has changed.
Then we still do pop, we do hip hop, we have
a lot of rappers.
some galala and all of that. But now it's more of Afrobeat. So Afrobeat, fusion, Afrobeat that, Afrobeat. So if there's no Afrobeat in your tune this time and era, you can't sell.
Now the fact is Idris a rapper or is it R&B?
It's both. It does. Is a singer and a rap artist. So coming to this, he might sing.
You know, it had a lot of controversies from, you know, like he doesn't know how to rap, you know, Rugged Man touting him and all that here and there with beef song and stuff like that. But that's not what we're talking about. Looking at what is happening as we speak, apart from trying to make relevance and chase clouds, which I believe, coming out to say all these things, you forgot what you did to a lot of these people in the past. Even if you forget, the internet won't forget. There are a lot of stories. Now, when you have now the whole feud with 50 Cent and all that, for me, I just feel Idris should just chill, take a chill pill. Man, look, think about the next stage of your life. If you don't want to do music, do something else to keep yourself afloat instead of creating unnecessary.
I just feel
here and there.
the mistake he made was going for that interview. That was a mistake because
you don't have to blame the dude.
No, going for
his business.
He could have just declined it.
Come on.
Knowing the kind of you can decline it. This
is not the first artist that came to this program and start saying a lot of things. You had ID Kabasa that came. You had other artists that came.
No, ID
was there.
Look, ID Kabasa. You can't fault ID Kabasa.
Nobody's faulting him. But what I'm saying,
Nice was a nobody. Mm-hmm. He fine-tuned Nice. He made Olamide.
So Kabasa never had issue with any artist. That's what you're trying to tell me.
No. When they talk about Kabasa, it's coded tunes. What happened? What this? What that? What this? So now Blackface is Plantation Boys. What happened? What this? What that? You understand? Idris Remedies. What happened? Now in the Remedies, Idris is at fault because Eddie Remedies said, "I brought Idris in." That's what Eddie Remedy said. He said, I brought Idris in. Remember, Eddie Remedy was in a relationship with Kenny Ogumbe's sister.
Now. What about Blackface, what he said about him and Two-Face?
Yeah, he brought Two-Face in.
That is debatable, for God's sake. You need to understand that aspect too, because the whole quarrel has been lingering for a long time.
No, he brought Blackface.
Two-Face had his wedding in Dubai. Blackface he tried to unite a number of times. He couldn't make it.
Now this is the thing. Blackface brought in Two-Face, brought in Face, right? And when I interviewed Blackface here, he said something like, when Two-Face called him without calling Face, he turned it down. Like no, for a show, for a show. Okay. The Plantation Boys, that Two-Face called him, but did not call Face. So he turned it down and said, no, if you want to call me, you have to call Face. Let's be complete to do that. But then that Two-Face called Face and did not call him, and Face agreed, and they went to do the show. So he was angry about that. I mean, which is logically correct.
I try to look at the whole objective behind this whole quarrels here and there. What are they driving at? What are their aims? What do you plan to achieve?
No,
this is not the right time to do stuff.
I mean, this is the right time. Okay, so if you ask me, there's something Idris said that I will say, okay, this is correct. He said, yes, Two-Face had made name. He made his name. He made money. Should have found every means possible to settle with Blackface.
What do you mean settle?
The quarrel was to settle. No.
There's a certain percentage that comes to when you guys go so.
No. To settle the rift between them, the quarrel between them.
Okay.
You understand? It should have found every means possible to do that, because I mean, no matter what, without Blackface, there won't be Two-Face. And if there's going to be Two-Face, it might take a while.
Okay. Now let's picture this. What are the causes of this whole breakup? You remember you had a P-Square that break up or sometime and they came back together. That could be a publicity stunt, yeah?
Coming back together. They are not back, sir. They are not back because after they are back, there's no music.
We can have issues of group breaking up. What are the causes? Could it be money problem or I'm better than you problem? What exactly is the problem?
Okay, so I think in the remedy, and that's remedies. The remedies one. They had to let Techula go because they said he cannot sing. but he's forcing himself to sing. He cannot sing.
We had a couple of hits.
He cannot. After I left them.
Bash My Car.
After I left them, remember he said, Tetula said, Blackface brought him close and taught him how to write his own song. You understand? So that's on that. And then so they have to let Tetula go because they said he can't sing. And then so he's now left with Eddie Remedy and Idris. And Eddie Remedy was not having it because he said Idris was a liar. Idris collected 100 and something million naira from government and he did not give him anything. When he was broke, Idris gave him 5,000 naira twice. I mean, 5,000 naira is nothing. It's nothing. But either way, well, good. They are not good. They still have to squash their beef. And then for Plantation Boys, the moment Two-Face left, and that was it. Okay, this one we need to quickly talk about this one. Shoaib Sani expresses his disapproval at an Islamic cleric for calling for the killing of the Nigerian First Lady. That is barbaric. I mean, the DSS should just go straight out and pick him up. What do you mean? Because she's not a Muslim? Because he said she's a pastor. So they should go out and go and kill her. Kill the First Lady. I mean, where I don't understand. But I just hope the president has heard that, and I hope the president is going to do the needful. This kind of people should not even be in the society in the first place. Calling for killing of someone, they should not be in the society at all. Now I can imagine what the Christians in the north are facing. If you can say such to the first lady of the country, then what are you going to say to an ordinary citizen? What are you going to say to an ordinary citizen? I mean, it's barbaric. It's barbaric because you're saying it that the first lady is a Muslim, is a Christian, and then the husband knew whom he married. That's the president, knows that he's married to a Christian who is likely going to be a pastor, and now she is a pastor. So you do not have any reason to say such, and I hope the DSS are going to pick the man up, and then thorough investigation will take effect. Yes, I just wish that happens. And then away from that, now Young John poses for the camera after successfully undergoing a hair transplant procedure. Young John. Now, so it's a beautiful thing. I wish I could do my hair too like that. You know, the thing is, once you're bald, the next thing you can do is to for you to have hair is to undergo transplant, right? Okay. And then it looks good on him. It looked good on me too, I think. But
was he bald?
For him to do transplant, I mean, he was bald in some part.
At some points.
Some part, maybe.
You know, but I mean, in the local palace, we heard that when you're bald, it's a symbol of riches. I don't know how true that is.
That can be true.
That can be true. That because you're bald or something.
That can be true. Well,
you had a Donald Trump that once did hair transplant. When Rooney did it, a lot of celebrities did do it. They just want to look better, you know, with the hair.
Yeah, it's good. Having hair is good.
So do you plan on doing something like that?
No, I won't. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. But congratulations to Young John. I mean, money well spent. It's happy about. Look, no matter what happens, so long you're happy with what you've done with your money, then your money is well spent. Money well spent. Away from that, now singer Peruzzi tracks down editor who recently made up a tweet about him. Okay. Now this tweet says that every time Chioma, that's Davido's wife, is taking a bath, that he will go and peep.
What?
But then anyway, it tracks. It's crazy. It tracks the guy and then found him and realized that okay, he's a little bit challenged physically, so there's nothing he could really do.
What was his intention? Want to come beat him up or something? Why would he say something like that?
I have a feeling that's what he was trying to do.
That's why derogatory, if you ask me.
That's what he's trying to do, or maybe he was trying to swim the court. Like, okay, maybe you're bold enough, you're big enough, no problem. Let's go to court. But getting there and seeing the guy like, no, this guy can't even afford to pay a lawyer. So let's just let him slide.
But the fact is, now what really beats my imagination is a lot of these so-called bloggers, editors, they just sit down, cook up stories because they want to chase clouds, get a lot of engagement, talk down about people. That is a really big allegation. I wish, like you said, the guy was physically challenged. If he's not, I mean, there's one big man somewhere. They could just go to court.
Yes, they go to court.
End up losing the case. That's more money in the bank for Peruzzi.
Peruzzi, and Peruzzi will not call small figure, huge figure.
Exactly.
That even when you pay, you regret.
And it's going to sound as a warning to
your actions.
Mind what they say about people.
Of course. Away from that now, finally, gospel singer Priye Odede calls out in a hospital for neglecting his brother, who is a doctor in the same hospital.
How do you mean neglect? Was the brother ill?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and they did not attend to him, despite the fact that he's a medical doctor in the same hospital.
Something is wrong somewhere, or something was wrong rather, because you can't tell me, for example, we both work in this organization, what is happening. Probably he had one or two issues with some of the doctors or some of the nurses in the hospital. Now they're waiting for him. Now you're ill. You want to come get treatment. We're not going to attend to you because I see no reason. Because there are protocols in every decent hospitals and all that. Probably he wants to jump the gun because whether I like it or not, there are a lot of people that are probably ill too. They have to take turns in seeing the doctor and all that. He might just want to be in front.
Well, he's a staff.
It doesn't matter. You have to still follow protocol.
No, he's a staff. I mean, they're always special.
Certain preference and all that.
Yes, for being a staff, for being a medical doctor.
It could be in the preference in terms of funds, like you might get a discount.
No, even treatment.
Yeah, free.
Even treatment. It should be attended to too, because when he's ill and healthy, then he can join the workforce.
I would love to see how that case pans out because it's an issue. Why won't you treat your fellow medical doctor in the same? Come on, that story is really funny.
It's crazy. All right, that's as much as we'll be able to take this morning on hashtag and trend. Thank you for staying tuned right about now. It is time for sports. So what's happening in the world of sports, Joel?
Oh, a lot is happening, but let's just go on this quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive into it because a lot is happening in the world of sport. We'll be right back.
Some school of thoughts believe the major challenges confronting Nigeria as a nation is caused by poor leadership. How true is this? You and I can actually put government into tools to deliver the dividends of democracy. Join us every Saturday by 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let us look at the issues confronting us as a nation together with talk heads. Nigeria can be great again. I'm Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. Keep it on.
What up, guys? How's your day going? How are you doing this? I want to believe that you're having fun, right? This bright and sunny day. You know that once you see this duo.
There's no place for pretense. I can't.
You're welcome back to Sport Train on U45. But before I go further now, this program is open for sponsorship, bringing your product and services. Welcome to Super Screen at Lugame House and talk to Shengo Donola, or you talk to Sam Eze. Shengo, a lot is happening in the world of sport. I'm going to start with the AFN story, Athletic Federation of Nigeria. Now, two stories. One said AFN listed 3 athletes for the games, the All-African Games, because it comes up in Ghana, starting on the 8th of March till 23rd March 2024. And now, on other news, the Jigawa Athletic Federation Association chairman, he is the chairman of, I don't understand. There's an office called the chairman of chairmen. Have you ever heard that before?
So that means all the state chairman.
Yeah, he's the chairman.
They have their own chairman.
Now, yeah, I mean, his words override the rest of them. I don't know how despotic that could be.
Yes, but then the FA, there's an FA.
Yeah, the federation.
Yes.
Athletic Federation Nigeria.
Yes,
yeah.
the federation supersedes the chairman's chairman.
Okay. Now, there's a news creeping out of, some quarters, some of the association chairmen around Nigeria that they want to unseat the present AFN chairman, in the person of Okuwa, the former governor of Delta State, his younger brother. He's the AFN chairman, Tony Bogo-Okuwa. For me, he's been doing so well. I must tell you the truth. Making sure a lot of athletes, they get paid when they go for international tournaments, and getting the right facility to train. Now, the person that is leading that move, his name is Gara Gombe. He was former Sokoto FA chairman, football FA chairman. Gara Gombe is always coming on the news. Now, the chairman of chairman has debunked it. He said there is no plan to unseat or impeach Okuwa. Okuwa has been doing so well. Now, there's a game coming up in Ghana. The All-African game comes up in Ghana. We should bother about making sure our athlete gets there, take part in the other sports, win laurels, come back, the next level. Now, you're talking about impeaching a certain chairman. For me, I don't think this is the right thing to do at this point in time.
Even if it is the right thing, like maybe the chairman is not doing anything, that's the Athletics Federation. Yeah. The federation chairman is not doing the right thing. I mean, this is not the right time, because they are planning for All African Games in how many days away, how many weeks away, and then you want to unseat the chairman. No, that's not how it's done. They need to put their acts together, know what is and what is not.
Yeah.
I mean, and for other people to say the man is doing well, meaning he's doing well. So let us focus. Then when we're back from the All African Games, then you can now say, all right, you know what? Let us revisit this issue. What is to be done shall be done. You understand? But not at this time. This is a very, very crucial time.
Yeah.
It's a crucial time.
No, but I feel at the same time, if a certain president is not performing, one of the association presidents not performing, you have a Congress that comes up one or two period. But before the Congress, you could put out a message or pass like a memo. Now, I don't like what this guy is doing. There is a room for correction, but the reverse is the case. Instead, you just go somewhere, put one or two guys together, plan an impeachment. That is not the right thing to do.
Because generally politics is. It's not for the weak.
But you don't bring politics in sports, for God's sake.
I mean, that's what they're doing in sport generally in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, okay.
even in football, basketball. So I mean, everywhere is politics. They've taken politics into sport, and that is why we are where we are today. If not, I mean, you cannot bring somebody who does not have any what do they call it, any background in sport to be the sports minister. Does not have a background in football to be the FA of football.
A typical example is the Minister of Sport, John. He said he is not a sport person, he's a farmer, and he was made a sport minister, that he's going to learn on the job. The worst part was when he said he doesn't even know names of Super Eagles players. That's quite funny.
that should not be done. That should not be done. But
they are all political, appointments.
Do you understand? And maybe the people that should have gone there are corrupt, because 80% of the leaders in Nigeria are corrupt. So I would rather put a farmer who is not corrupt to head the sporting.
Come on, Shegun.
Sporting Federation.
You can't just go the entire
to bring a corrupt sportsman.
Now let me ask
to
you
destroy
let me ask
the
you
federation.
This whole AFN thing. Now we see in other climes, like in Europe, you have ex-players that are FA chairmen. You have ex-players that are federation chairmen and all that. Do you think we could see stuff like that happening in Nigeria? Like having somebody like Segun Degbami run football, have somebody like what's her name, Meriali, Chioma Ajunwa run athletics and all that.
Very soon we'll get there. But we need to get the country running first. If the country is on the right path, then every other every other thing will follow suit. Do you understand? So if the president gets it right, the governors will get it right.
All right, talking about getting it right, the Super Falcons will fight out later today against the Lioness of Cameroon for the qualifiers of Paris 2024. Now, something really funny. This is not the last game we'll play for getting to Paris. Now, the Super Falcons will play Cameroon later today. They've met 9 times. The Super Falcons have won 7 of these meetings. Cameroon won twice. Even the twice they won in 1-0. But yeah, it's something. They won twice out of 9 meetings. Is that an edge for the Super Falcons?
The more the male, because
sorry, Shegun, whether I like it or not, we have the best export of female players in Africa. A lot of 99% of 100% of Super Falcons, they play in Europe.
You need to understand that times are changing. As it's changing in the male football, it's changing in the female football as well. So upsets can come up. So don't get your hopes high. Just watch good football, right? But as a Nigerian, I would want Nigeria to win, But then, aside that, I'm just here for good football, developmental football in Africa.
It's a 2-leg affair. The first leg comes up later today, and out there in Yaoundé, and the second leg comes up a fortnight later. And now, the Olympics starts in July 3rd down till August. Shegun, this is the 3rd time. Nigeria has been in the Olympics 3 times. The highest we got into the football category is the quarterfinals. Because you have the Canadian team. Now, you have a lot of high number of teams coming in from Europe. Now, with this, you have only 2 representatives that will come out of Africa to join other teams. 8. You've got to make it 12 teams in the female side of football. Do you see Nigerian players going further? Now, taking the cue from the last World Cup, we did well, yeah? Got into the second round. What is the second round was quarterfinal. We got knocked out by the American team. No, sorry, the UK female team.
By that time we did not have Agbabola.
Who? You had Agbabola in that team.
No, she was not Agbabola then. They've not sang the song for her.
Oh, I see.
So now she's Agbabola.
Oh, she's got a new contract in the US. She's now placed in the US.
The US.
Yeah, she left Barcelona.
So we have Agbabola. So don't worry. We're gonna get to the final.
Over time, a lot of people believe our female team has really been giving us something to cheer for. We L'Oreals and all that. 10-time champion, the AFCON and all that. But not comparing with the guys. We saw what the guys did in the AFCON. They did well getting to the final. They lost out against Ivory Coast. The female, they were in the World Cup. The World Cup. And the Nations Cup comes up also soon enough. Qualifiers are on. But do you expect to see a Nigerian female team in the near future asking the federal government, look, we want to earn the same salary with the guys?
Very soon. But then it now depends on the sports development. Has it been developed enough for them to compete with the men? You understand? If they develop it well, and we know that, okay, funds will come in through this female football, then they have the right, because I mean they've been winning trophies for Nigeria, and they have a track record.
Yeah.
They have a track record. So very soon, very soon, very soon, they will be able to earn as much as their male counterpart.
We're talking about structure in our football, especially like in the male and the female category. Now, looking at the policy statement that will work for, having old players leave the team, where you have a lot of young players that are springing up every day doing so well. Talking about young players, you have a duo of Oyele Dize and Ajakai. They just got signed up to Real Madrid. They are young ladies, under 20, ladies. And now you have a lot of old legs in the female team that are 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Do you think in the near future, might just have a policy that tells us, look, when you're 29, when you're 30, you leave the national team, go do your thing somewhere else, because other ladies they should have opportunity to play.
Yes, even that 29 is not 29. That 29 is like 35.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about.
So hopefully they will give room, because I mean, when you see fresh legs, when you see young blood, these people, they say have enough energy in them, you want to give room for them to come in
but sometimes you need experience, like what the Ivorians did in the final. They brought in Mas Gradel, he's 36. You had Aurel, I think it's 33, and they made sure the Eagles didn't get that trophy. Having old players in the team can just bring a little bit of.
You don't need a 12-man.
You had a Rojamila that was in the World Cup in '94. He even scored a goal against the Greece.
You don't need.
He was the oldest man in the World Cup at 42.
You don't need a full squad of old men.
Okay.
You don't need a handful of old men.
Like
all
2%.
you need is, yes, maybe 23-man list. You have like 4 guys there. So the first 11 that you want to do, you have to. When you're doing your substitute, or you have another 2, so let them just be there. Some will play, some will not play. Like Ahmed Musa did not play, but he was there.
Okay,
he was there. At least his impact, showed.
The moral support was given.
So like that, it's fine, but not. They shouldn't be. I mean, you can just have 4 of the old legs in there, and then the rest fresh legs.
You had an Onome B that was the captain of the Falcons. I don't know if she's invited this time. She was the captain of the Falcons. She's 40. She's over 40. And as we speak, she just got a new contract in Israel. Even if the Israel league is not rated as one of the best female leagues in the world, but she's playing actively for her team in Israel.
And she's trying. I mean, at that age, even a male counterpart are not playing at that age.
Exactly, you're right.
You understand? That means she really loves the game.
So what you're saying is the ladies will last longer in sports than men?
It's the passion. Most of the men, they're just doing it for the money. She's doing it for the passion.
I see.
She's doing it for the passion. But then she has to know where to draw the line, where to stop, and then focus on self, family, and
so you don't get injured.
So basically.
Anyway, away from that, the Tigers complaining of unfair treatment by the Federation and BBF, Nigerian Basketball Federation, is not treating the Tigers properly. And recently, they withdrew from the Afro-Basketball qualifiers in Tunisia. Shegun, that is not the good news at all. Remember, at some point, basketball was banned in Nigeria for more than one full season, and they came back. And the president, Musa Kida, has been doing all he can to make sure Nigeria have a face or we're somewhere when it comes to basketball in Nigeria. But right now, they withdraw from the big tournament. It's really, really sad.
They say lack of funds.
Lack of funds, yes.
Yeah, and then I don't understand, why is there lack of funds? Why are we pumping money into football and not pumping money into basketball?
No, but recently we heard about the president paid off debts. Over how many million? Over
I think it was billions for the footballers.
Sports debt, even past debts.
So I mean, well, anyway, I know the sports minister will have to come in and investigate what the issue is, why they had to pull out. Because before pulling out, you must have written to the federation, you must have written to sport minister, written to everybody, but no response. So now, hopefully, they will go back to the drawing board and see how they can sort things out so that this kind of situation does not repeat itself.
Now, something came up. Now, some of the players were you know, they granted interviews to a lot of journalists, and so one of them said something kind of that is key. Now that the Tigress, the female team, they've qualified for the Olympic, but it was silent. There was no celebration anywhere. Nobody said anything. And he was like, the male team got to AFCON. They didn't pick up the trophy. They came back. They celebrated. They were given national honors. What about them? Shagu, this is a subject to, I mean, it's come on.
And this is where the sport minister comes in. Because he is the one overseeing the affairs of sports
in Nigeria, yes.
In Nigeria. So you should, I mean, there's always meeting with the federations. Call all federations. I mean, there was one, the Paravoli competition. They couldn't go. Why? Because there was no funds.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's as though it is only football that everybody is paying attention to. I mean, there are other sports. There is judo. There are other sports. And then if you have a good
development program.
Yes. And this can only occur when the sports minister knows what he is doing. If you know what he is doing, I mean, sport is an avenue to generate funds.
Yeah.
You can always generate funds when it comes to sport. So, but hopefully, the sport minister.
Shagu, we have over 50 million people in Nigeria that are into different forms of sports, even the younger ones. I mean, yeah, the ones that are a little bit older. Now, in China, when you get to the Olympics, China, they take part in every event.
Of course.
And they make sure at the end of the tournament, they're up there at the table, followed by things like the US, Australia.
You know, because the Chinese, what they do is 60% of their medals comes from the water activities.
Okay.
The water activities.
Oh, they can swim a lot.
Yes. So from there they can get 20 gold medals.
I see.
That alone puts you up. So every other thing they get from every other places, it doesn't matter. But they make sure they focus on water events.
Shagun, what about our Ijaw guys that are doing stuff on the creek and all?
That's what I'm saying.
Where are the Ilaje people that are swimming underwater? They could stay underwater for hours.
That's what I'm saying.
What is going on?
Our sports minister, well, Nigeria, God will help us, because Michael Phelps then
he had 9 gold medals.
One man.
Yeah.
So imagine other sports, other events still in the swimming angle of Olympics. So much activities going on, and so China, they make sure that they pay attention to that, and the more they keep paying attention to that, they get a lot of gold.
So there's an event called shooting event. Now, where are policemen that knows how to shoot very well, that can take out Yahoo boys from distance and strong men with guns and stuff? They should go for this event, for God's sake. They should go for training and put them in this event.
That's another. Another.
You have karate. You have judo.
Entirely.
You have. I mean, lots of events in the Olympic. I will just go in there and register for just 8 events. 6.
The Chinese, the Koreans, the Japanese. There's this indoor gymnastics.
Now we had somebody that walked all the way from when Sebaba was in power. He said Sebaba comes in, he's going to walk all the way from Lagos to Abuja, and he did that. He's supposed to be in the marathon event for Nigeria, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, the marathon is not for us; it's for the Kenyans.
And the guys that trek. I mean, sometimes you usually trek sometimes from Egbeda down to what's it called, to Agege. I do that a lot.
I see what you did there.
Anyway, Shegu, let's move ahead. Now, Victor Boniface has been named among the best strikers in the German Bundesliga. A plus for this guy, Shegu. Fantastic striker. Since they came to the German league, it's been on fire. They're 8-point clear on the log. You have a coach, Xabi Alonso, that has been doing so well. He wasn't in the AFCON, but probably he was. If he was there, you know, partner with Osimhen, probably would have been getting goals. He had a groin injury and went for surgery in Germany. Right now, I've been named among the best strikers in the Bundesliga. Do you agree with that?
It's good. It's good. I mean, and I love the fact that he was.
And he has 10 goals to his credit.
So he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and in his heart, he was pained that he couldn't make it to AFCON.
Yeah.
So he was always supported.
Africa, go to different countries in Africa, pick two players, per country, take them to Qatar, give them a better education, and they play football and they go to school. Don't you think we should have stuff like that running here in Nigeria to really develop our young players?
So we used to have a competition back then called the Principal's Cup. What happened to it?
You didn't see the light of day anymore.
You will see in Principal Cup, you see best striker scoring like 15 goals. You see an attacking midfielder who can hold the ball. Because I recall back then, these two guys, one from was my senior team then when I was still younger, one from my team, from my school, and then another one from the neighboring school, Benin. Once they are playing, other teams will not allow you bring this guy in. Why? Because they know once he comes in and he stays in that midfield, she was resting before the silver medalist came.
Wow.
Meaning the gap was
much.
But nothing
Was done.
that kind of a lady, you just pick her up, continue from there, pay her school fees, or pull her out of that school. You should have your own. I mean, there should be an academy where these guys, all they do is go to school, come back home, eat, relax, go for training, come back home, eat, relax.
Proper training.
Should start.
Proper medication.
I mean, the girl was so good, and I'm pretty sure in the next 3 years or 4 years, this lady will be married, and that's it.
Exactly.
And that's it.
No, we're talking about Aaron Okori as the best in Africa. He's gonna fizzle out soon. He's not just fizzle. He's gonna retire.
Yes, definitely.
We don't have young
definitely.
people that are
Nobody.
playing really good.
I recall very well while I was in primary school, this in Lagos State, and then so for every competition my school goes in, we had this young lady, younger then, we were small, primary school. Whenever she's running, nobody can overtake her. Nobody. And at times she's slow to start. So after the gunshot, it might take her like 4 seconds before she gets up. And once she gets up, wherever the fastest person on that field is, she's gunning for you, and she'll catch up and she'll still win. So what happened? I mean, Lagos State Sports Commission, they used to come there and watch, because it's inter-house sports. So you come and watch. So what happened? Why was that girl not picked up from primary school?
Nobody saw her.
I mean, China, they groomed them from small. That kind of a lady, they will pick her up and then keep training her. By the time she was around 7, 8, no, I think 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. They groom her up. By the time, if you keep grooming that lady for 9 years, by the time she's 19 or even 18, she's world power. And then from 18 world power, you'll be world power till you're 24, 25. And then you can say you want to relax, because by that time you say you want to relax, there's another person to take over from you. But Nigerian, we're not ready for this. Our sport minister is not ready.
After you had the son of the senator then Chukwumerije, did it for Nigeria in judo. I think that was the last we saw. Nobody came out to do anything in judo anymore. That was the last we saw. And we see a lot of schools, a lot of kids that want to do this thing because they fall in love with this sport while probably watching it on TV. And a lot of the private schools, they're trying to train a lot of athletes. But the federations should send their scouts and go to these schools, for God's sake. Look at these people that can do stuff like this. Organize competitions among schools and pick the best and train these kids, for God's sake. Because I'll tell you what, the old ones are leaving the sport, probably do something else. What happened? Going to the Olympics, register for just 6-7 events is absurd. And at the end of the day, we spend billions in preparation. Some people feel those money should be channeled somewhere else instead of sending it to Olympic and not even picking medals and come back.
See, when we are ready in this country, like I always say, I told someone, when you're ready to tackle manufacturing challenges, place a ban on every import. Everything that comes into this country, place a ban on it. Everything that goes out of this country, support it.
Okay.
If it's going out, support it. Give them tax waivers. Just support them. Let them be taking it out. But coming in, ban it, or place a huge tax on it that even when you hear the amount, you will be discouraged to bring it in. By then, we will look inward. Do you understand?
That's the strategy, though.
By then, you look inward. So now, when it comes to sport, yes, you say Olympics, you're just doing for. Stop all sporting events.
For how long?
No, it's not for a very long time.
Okay. Then push the reset button, right?
Stop all sporting events. All African games. Stop it. So now
you can't be a Nigerian and stop all African games for the entire continent in Africa.
Yes, you all anything that is out of this country, any sporting event out of this country, stop it. Now, look inward. Look inward. And as in when you look inward, when you do, we have a sporting event. Wait, we have a sporting event that is for Nigerians. I've forgotten the name of the
Sports Festival.
Sports Festival, yes.
Now, Shegun, when you're talking about sport, you stop events. Now you're going to stop qualifiers for Cup of Nations. You don't go for a qualifier for your games. You get banned for a while.
Yes, you're not going to get banned for a lifetime. You get banned for a while, and even you
that's
too.
That's quite despotic to do.
Look, drastic.
It's only Idi Amin that did stuff like that way back.
Look, see, you know what? Do you know why Nigerian music is where it is today? Because the
foreign songs were banned for a while. Stop foreign music.
80% of any music you want to play in your station has to be Nigerian, and else you'll be sanctioned. Do you understand? So if all of these things are put in place, I'm telling you, all our stadia will be in good condition.
Anyway, Shegun, no problem. But I tell you what, now, don't be surprised when the Olympics start. You're going to find out you hear a lot of Chinese bearing Oluwasegun, Tayo. I mean, British bearing Tayo, or you find out a Calabar girl representing Iceland.
Of course.
You never can tell.
If you cannot arrest them, they will come to arrest it.
And that's what we can take for Sport Train today on U45. Stay tuned later 3 p.m. for the Pidgin version of Sport Hub. We will give you a lot. Duke and the gang will file out for that program later today 3 p.m. Thanks for having me. All
right, thank you for staying here. Really do appreciate, and that's all we'll be able to take. U45 morning show. Shegun Denola DME is my name.
I'm Joel Wakego.
All right, we'll come your way again to have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.